Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'll be filming this look, which is new in makeup at the drugstore and my first impressions of the new in makeup. So I'll be using products from Makeup Revolution and L'Oreal today. I'm really sorry, but today's video will be a voiceover. If you haven't watched my last video, which I will leave linked on the screen now, then you won't know that I've had a tonsillectomy, and so my voice is very croaky still. So I think a voiceover might be better just so that I don't strain my voice, and also just so I sound slightly more normal for you guys. So if you'd like to see how I achieved this look, then just keep watching. So I'm going to start off by taking the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream to moisturise my skin. Then I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation, and I've got 4 shades here. So I'm trying number 3, which is what's on my skin now, number 4, which was a little too orange toned for my skin, and number 6, which was just way too deep. So I decided to go in with F3 because that was like closest to my skin tone, probably a fraction too light, but it looked really beautiful with a bit of bronzer. My face looking really surprised is because I was amazed at how creamy it was. I'm applying a lot of foundation here because I just had no idea how much I should use. Then I'm going with a brand new brush, which is the Morphe Y6 brush. This is Laura Lee's favourite, and it was incredible at blending out foundation. It was so fast, the bristles were super soft, but it blended my foundation out in no time at all, and it's my new favourite for foundation. And here's me just emphasising how soft it was and pulling a really fit face. Nice. And now I'm telling you how in love I am with this foundation, because it was beautiful. And this next step is my favourite process to do with this foundation. I'm now taking F6 and using that to give a really light and natural contour. It literally looks so beautiful. And again blending it out with that Y6 brush. Then I'm taking the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick just to deepen up my contour. If you do have a darker shade of the Fast Base Makeup Revolution foundation, I would definitely use that instead because it's so much more affordable. And once again using the Y6 brush, and I'm amazed that it didn't shift my foundation or move it at all, and it blended out so easily and so beautifully. So I just used swiping and patting in motions and it looked stunning. Then going back in with F3, which is my original foundation colour, I'm just neatening up the edges and making sure it's seamlessly blended by just running it under my contour. Next, I'm taking the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C2 and using that to conceal my under eyes. This, if you don't already know, is an amazing dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's so full coverage and so good. I have to say, this is one of the best bases I've ever done, and the foundation's £5 and the concealer's £4. It's incredible. To finish the rest of my base, I'm using the new L'Oreal range, and this is their Back to Bronze bronzer, and I was amazed at how pigmented it was. I have to say I often struggle with bronzers, but this was the perfect cool tone, warm tone shade, and it smelt phenomenal. And here's me getting overly excited it came with a mirror. Next off, I'm taking the L'Oreal Life's a Peach blusher, and this also smelled incredible, just like peach, and I was dying. Also, this was very pigmented, so if you don't like a strong blush, just don't be as heavy-handed. Blush has definitely become my thing in 2018, and I thought this was so gorgeous. Definitely loving these two, recommend them highly. Next, taking the L'Oreal La Vie en Glow, and this is their warm toned highlighter palette. Sorry if I butchered that in French. This is my first time using the Morphe R31 as a highlighter brush, and I absolutely loved it. This palette was also super pigmented and gave the most stunning champagne glow. I decided to wet my brush using the Urban Decay All Nighter just to give a more intense glow, and I loved it. Then taking the Back to Bronze and I'm putting that in my crease just to give my eyes some definition. And I'm also taking Life's a Peach and putting that in my crease just to match the peach on my cheeks. To complete the eyes, I'm going back in with my highlight palette and using that real pinky champagne shade and popping that all over the lid. It was so beautiful, but it definitely would be far too dark as a highlight for me on my fair skin. I decided to make it more of a spotlight look by just popping that highlight shade in the centre of my lids, just being really rough and really simple. To finish off the eyes, I'm going back in with the Back to Bronze and running that all along my lower lash, just to make the look a little smokier. And popping some of the highlight shade on my inner corners and along my brow bone. To finish off, I'm using my trusty Morphe Prep and Set setting spray. And here's a close-up look of the finished skin. Next, taking the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown, I'm just going to lightly fill in my eyebrows. Next, because my eyelashes are dead straight, I'm giving them a quick curl before putting on my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Finally, I'm taking the Dior Plump and Volume Mascara. I really like this mascara, but I keep it on the outer corners of my lashes, otherwise I just find it slightly too clumpy. Then this is a bit of a catastrophe. I'm taking the Morphe liquid lipstick in the shade Morphe, and I absolutely messed it up. But it looks so beautiful when I do it correctly, which you will have seen in my thumbnail. Next clip is me taking it off, which, trust me, was a big hassle. This is where it all goes wrong. Yep, smudged everywhere. Well done, Sammy. But I can say, having tested it out again, it's an amazing liquid lipstick and it lasts all day. So here's me just covering up the redness on my lips. And there you have it, that is the finished look. So the time is now 9:50, and I thought, if I remember, I would do some drop-ins. I mean, I've already done my makeup about half an hour ago, but I just kind of was sitting there eating breakfast, in case you wanted to know. And I just thought, yeah, if I have the time today, I might just do a few drop-ins. As you probably noticed, I changed my lipstick. I don't really have the time today to faff around with red lipstick. I've got quite a lot going on. It's my first day going outside since my surgery 9 days ago. So the lipstick I've actually got on now is the Jeffree Star Mannequin lipstick. I know a lot of people don't like Jeffree Star, but I just really like his liquid lipsticks, hence why I buy them. But yeah, so the time is around 9:50, I've already had breakfast, the foundation is looking incredible, my whole skin is looking incredible. I have to say, this is definitely by far the best first impression I've ever done. The foundation stick is pretty full coverage, but I think my skin just looks so glowy, so natural. If you don't know, or you probably do because I say it in every video, my skin is the driest of the dry. It is disgustingly dry, especially because I'm on antibiotics now. That really dries out my skin, and also because it's really windy and still kind of cold, even though we're meant to be in spring. My skin, yeah, is just really suffering, and this actually makes my skin look oily. I'm amazed. I haven't powdered, as you've seen. Maybe I should have powdered, but I never ever powder because my skin is just so dry. It just ends up looking really cakey. So hopefully I'll do another check-in in a couple of hours. I'm going out for brunch with my girlfriends who I haven't seen in a while, so I'm really excited for that. I think that'll probably really show how well the foundation lasts. So I'll check back in with you after my breakfast. Hi guys, so I'm back for my first check-in, and I've just got back and the time is now 1:47. As I mentioned, we were out for breakfast, so I've eaten a lot, hence why my lipstick's come off. This is actually the first time I'm having a look like up close at my makeup. So let's have a look. Ooh. It does look really pretty, I have to say. It does look gorgeous. My skin's suffering quite badly with texture at the moment. You might be able to see. I've got a lot of texture. Apparently antibiotics can often do that, so that's probably why my texture is so severe, but I mean I always kind of suffer quite badly. But my skin almost looks oily, which is amazing because my skin is so dry, it never ever looks oily. This is such a hydrating foundation. It's definitely not matte. Maybe it's more on like the satin spectrum, but honestly my skin just looks so glowy, so healthy. I have to say the only place I'm really noticing a difference from when I first applied it is just here, but I always lose foundation here first. To be honest, it's not really looking patchy. I can just see my natural skin through it more. Honestly, it still looks amazing. It hasn't come off around my mouth when I've eaten or anything. I had like quite oily foods, so I'm quite surprised about that. So far, still highly rating this foundation. But I'll be back in a couple of hours and probably do a final update later. Hi guys! It is now 4:55 and I'm here for my final update. So I finished my makeup about 9:30 this morning, so it's been a good 7 and a bit hours, nearly 7.5 hours. And I feel like it's kind of like a good length of time to really test a foundation out. But I thought I'd do a final update before I do any touch-ups, because I never ever touch up my makeup during the day normally, unless I'm going out like I am now. So let's have a look at the makeup. I have to say it's still looking really gorgeous. I can see where I've been touching my face because as I said earlier, this is still coming off a lot more of my natural skin's coming through. We're about 3 hours after my last update. And again on this side I can see my skin like peeping through. I have to say on my head my texture's kind of looking a bit bad at the moment. I don't know if it's because the makeup's fading or whether maybe my skin's getting a bit irritated from this foundation. I'm not really sure. I haven't worn makeup in quite a few days. Well, I wore it 2 days ago, but I haven't worn it in about 2 weeks before that. so maybe my skin's just a bit unhappy, but it is sort of lifting now. I have to say, from far away it still looks really, really beautiful, but just being really nitpicky and looking really up close, it is sort of looking just a little bit patchy in certain areas, and my texture's looking quite bad here. It has come off my nose quite a lot, and I have to say, on my nose especially, on my forehead, it's quite sticky, so maybe for the first time ever in my life I might be getting too oily. It's amazing. If you are oily though, I definitely think you're going to need to set this quite hardcore, just because it is a very satin to like dewy finish, but this is the only bit you can really tell that it's lifted quite a lot and it's looking quite patchy. But I'll come close up so you guys can really have a look. So yeah, this is up close and you can really see that it here is looking pretty patchy. My bronzer still looks quite nice, but again, this side always fades. I don't know why, this side always fades my makeup first. It's getting a little bit patchy here, but this is really the main problem area where it's really lifted. You can see my texture's kind of getting a bit angry too, but that's not really a big deal. Some foundations often make me look, my texture get quite aggressive towards the end of the day, but I'm still super happy with it. Look, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up and also click my face to subscribe. I love you guys lots and I will be seeing you very soon. Bye!